We're here at Deschutes River here in Central Oregon, hiking Upper Deschutes River. Today is May 6th, 2022. It is slightly raining, but in my point of view, that just makes it a little bit more fun. It is Friday, it's a weekday, just after sunrise, and I am the only one here. My early morning, just after sunrise strategy is working yet again today. Let's get hiking. And right away, look at that. You get rewarded with some pretty epic beauty. Look at the incredible Deschutes River. We're here in Bend area of Central Oregon, and that right there is a national wild and scenic river. That is spectacular. On top of that, it's just a little after sunrise. We're getting the morning sun peak and brighten up, liven up this beautiful, raging, roaring national wild scenic river. Let's keep hiking. As we're coming up through this rocky section, definitely got to watch your step on this part because it is a bit rocky. Not only do we get the incredible trail and the incredible national wild scenic river, but we are hiking parallel to this beautiful lava section. Look at this lava rock. This area is absolutely beautiful. As I said, it's raining. You can even see a rainbow in the distance. As I continue to hike along the trail, gotta watch your footing in this section because you don't want to take a stumble. I'm gonna stop here and take another look. Look at that. That is beautiful. We've got a rainbow arching over this volcanic formation section, Lava Lands Newberry Volcanic National Monument. And of course we have the wild raging Upper Deschutes River below, National Wild Scenic River. This area is absolutely incredible. We stop here and take a look. This is actually just an arm of the Deschutes River. This is the Upper Deschutes River section. The other side of this volcanic formation is actually the main flow of the river. Just a little side arm that we are hiking beside, paralleling. The trail is a bit rocky, so you got to watch your step, be sure-footed. It is forecast to rain all day today, but that is pretty common in Central Oregon in spring. As I said, I do not mind the rain. Kind of coming down to shoreline here. This is pretty interesting. Started a bit above the river and did an incline. We had some pretty epic views actually of the river, and now we're actually down the shoreside pretty quickly. This is kind of a grassier section, or you can see over there, I believe that's called Cat's Tail. Bit of a wild section of the river. This is a national wild and scenic river for a reason. As I said, this is just a little arm of the river. The main flow is on the other side of that volcanic formation. We'll be meeting up with that soon and be hiking through some pretty epic overlook areas. But I appreciate these areas as well. Squirrel almost took me out. That was close. This is an interesting, what I'd call a boggy section. And we got a little signage coming up here. The rain is picking up a bit. I can feel it on me. I'm so hardcore, I don't even have my hood on. That's how I roll. This section of the Deschutes River Trail travels through private lands owned and managed by the 7th Mountain Resort. Please stay on the trail and respect private property. I absolutely respect private property rights at all times. Yeah, maybe I didn't mention that there's actually a golf course above us to the right. And let's see here. Deschutes River Trail, 2.1, Dillon Falls, Benham Falls. This is the way we want to go. This is pretty cool. This little split area. I'm gonna pan over so you can see. Look at that. And look at that. Quite beautiful. With the sun peeking through this bog here associated with the Deschutes River system, Let's continue to hike on this little chasm that divides these two bogs. Come up here and I will show you the bog to the right. Look at that. Beautiful. Today is May 6, 2022. It is spring. It is raining on me. Being the true Oregonian I am, that does not deter me. In fact, it only makes me stronger. I will continue to hike along. This area is near Bend in Central Oregon. It is very popular. So I came here on a weekday, today being Friday, May 6th. Got here at sunrise, and I am the only person here. So my arrive at sunrise on a weekday contrarian strategy continues to be paying dividends. This appears to be taking us to an overlook area, which I will check out because, hey, why not? Kind of a neat little wooden plank here, an edifice. We'll go up the steps. No snow or ice today. We're raining, but we're in the high 30s and 40s, so shouldn't be an issue. Oh, look, I guess I actually have to climb. So I will climb up the top. We're here in the Deschutes River Trail system area, standing on a wooden edifice. It gives us a little higher vantage point. This is actually a bit of a bog that is broken off from the main river. I don't know if you consider this a pond, a tiny lake. I will leave the descriptor to you. Scroll over and take a look at the beautiful sun. It is morning, just after sunrise, and I am the only one here. Absolutely beautiful. As we walk by this edifice that gives a better view of the lake slash pond slash bog to our left. I climbed that earlier and took a look, so I'll keep hiking. And coming up to a turn, get us back to Riverside. This is a little kind of side section that explores these lake, bog, pond areas with the edifice. But I would take it because it was quite pretty. I want to get back on my main trail now. It's lightly sprinkling. It was raining more heavily earlier. It's supposed to rain throughout the day. I don't mind it. I don't even have my hood up. I kind of like the feel of the rain on me. Maybe it's my Norwegian heritage. Maybe it's being born and raised in Oregon, but I view the rain as fun, not something to be frightened by. Little bit of a micro bridge. Bridge might be generous, but it looks like that is a little creek right there that probably has different flows at different times of year based on the glacial melt and snow melt. And we are back to Riverside, trusty Deschutes River. That is not the river proper. I just showed you that is just a right arm, a small right arm of Deschutes River. A little earlier we saw the river separate into some arms. The main thrust of the river is on the other side of this lava field. This is the side arm that we are hiking beside, paralleling as we climb through Deschutes National Forest. I love these geological sections, all these rocks. Ooh, look at that. It's pretty beautiful. This area with the geological section, it's a bit of a caveman vibe. I like to come every spring and enjoy this area. I'm a big fan of allocating your river hikes in spring, like I'm doing now, so that you can save the heart of summer for your mountain alpine adventuring, which, keeping it real, is always my favorite of the year. Climbing way up at the top of the mountains of the area. But you can only do that a couple months of the year because of the snow melt, so I want to see beauty throughout the year. So do your river hikes in spring. Let me stop here and show off the panorama of this National Wild Scenic River, Deschutes River. I'm loving all the colors. You got kind of the flashes of red and yellow and green. Kind of brightens it up. Today, as I said, is May 6th, spring, so we're not at full summer bloom per se, but even in spring, you're getting some character on the trail, some beauty. Also love all these incredible ponderosa pines. This is Deschutes National Forest. I'd be remiss also if I didn't stop and highlight this volcanic rock across the way. That is correlated to lava lands, part of the Newberry Volcanic National Monument area. So not only get the incredible river and forest, but you get this lava formation. Pretty epic. We're hiking next to an arm of the river. In fact, I will come down here and take a closer look. Look at the beautiful Deschutes River. This is an arm of the mighty Deschutes River. As I continue to hike on the trail. We're here in the upper Deschutes River section of this incredible National Wild Scenic River. And look across the way, we've got volcanic fields as far as the eye can see. That is Newberry Volcanic National Monument lava lands. And we're enjoying the crook of this river as we continue to hike along. Deschutes River is a national scenic river, so it is recognized federally, nationally as epic. And I think it's one of the best river hike areas in the entire state of Oregon. Definitely top 5. And we are hiking beside the beautiful and epic, as if right on cue, Deschutes River. Look at that. That is beautiful. Absolutely incredible. Currently hiking through Deschutes National Forest on this pretty epic trail. Come over here and take a closer look. Loving the sun hitting that. A little bit of froth from the waves and then the sun. That is quite gorgeous. Almost giving me an Oregon beach feel. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. As we continue to hike along. So we're hiking on Deschutes River Trail and enjoying our old trusty friends, this incredible Deschutes River. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Just gonna stop here and admire the beauty. This is incredible. Let me scroll over here and show off the beautiful wonder that is Deschutes River. Look at this. This is incredible. And I'll continue to hike along. You can see we get some pretty epic shoreline access. The shoreline views are not shy and they are plentiful along this hike. Makes it a true river wilderness hike. This is a National Wild and Scenic River, so it's got the wild and the scenery going on. Here's a placard. You can pause it and read it if so inclined. Today is May 6, 2022. It is spring. When I got here, it was actually raining relatively hard. Right now, we have a reprieve, which I am appreciative of, although I don't mind the rain. I have no doubt this will get quite busy later today, especially being a Friday. And I jinxed myself by mentioning it wasn't raining because it is starting to rain again. Clearly my own fault. And I'll stop here and take another look. Pretty epic section of Deschutes. I personally see a lot of advantages doing something like this in spring. You get to avoid the heat. If you come here in August, it's going to be 80, 90 degrees, and it's a dry desert heat. Well, you're going to have to worry more about your hydration and bring a lot of fluid because of all your sweating, your fluid loss. So you come in spring, and right now it's like high 30s, low 40s. I'm completely comfortable. So you avoid the heat. I got fortunate because I came on a weekday intentionally, and I came here just around sunrise, and I'm the only one here. So it's actually quite a feat because it's a very popular area right next to the heavily populated Bend, which is kind of the central hub of the Central Oregon outdoors playground area of Mount Bachelor. So highly recommend doing that. Come on a weekday, come at sunrise, come off season. As I said, it's May 6th, it's spring. And that also frees up your summer hiking slots for the more aggressive alpine hikes that are only accessible a couple months a year. That is how I personally like to bifurcate my seasonal hiking strategy, and I highly recommend that approach if you're trying to maximize your exploration and adventuring each year. If you only kind of do a couple hikes a year, it probably doesn't really matter what month you do them. But if you're trying to fit in as many as you can like I am, then you want to be thoughtful of your approach. Hiking through the beautiful Deschutes National Forest. Pine-orific with all these epic ponderosa pines. You can tell they're ponderosa by that reddish brown bark that some of them have. That is a telltale sign of ponderosa-ness. Also got some lodge poles in the area. Straight ahead, some of those are lodge poles. Definitely has a bit of a desert ecological feel. Got a lot of sagebrush and various bushes and brushery. That isn't going to be as endemic in a old growth national forest area like Mount Hood. Oregon's a bit interesting because it's kind of a massive ecological divide. British Columbia, Washington, and kind of northern Oregon, kind of ending at Mount Hood. And then it kind of transitions into central to southern Oregon. Kind of has more of a ponderosa pine, lodgepole pine desert feel. Kind of more of a California feel. And Idaho feel. So kind of an interesting area. I live in Madras, so if I drive an hour north, it's an old growth city. I drive an hour south or west, and it's desert city. So I kind of appreciate the stark difference between the areas just because they're right in the area in which I live. If you kind of live in one and not the other, you might not realize how variant they really are, but it's quite distinct if you go visit them both regularly like I do. This is a national wild and scenic river, which means it has been nationally recognized for its epicness. I've got a fun fact for you, and who doesn't love fun facts? So I was researching the National Wild and Scenic River designation, so it'd be fair to call Oregon the National Wild and Scenic River capital of the United States. And I was born and raised in Oregon and grew up my whole life here in Oregon, and I didn't even know that until I looked that up. So I don't know if people who live in Oregon fully appreciate our river prowess, that we are number one in rivers. So I found that educational. And this is certainly a pretty epic river. I'll come over here to the shoreline. Kind of a lazy river section. And I think I'm gonna come down here and take a look. Always looking for beautiful areas. And we're kind of getting more to a proper lava rock area on the other side of the river. Again, that's Lava Lands, Newberry National Volcanic Monument. So I almost tripped. And let's stop here and take a look. Look at that. Very beautiful. And I can tell by the increase in the river speed and the volcanic rock on the other side that we are approaching a more epic section. Like all hikes, the beauty on this trail is not evenly distributed. So look down, you can see pretty epic section of the river. Very beautiful. And I'm gonna stop here and take a gander because that is beautiful. Look at that. One of the things I love about Deschutes River is it's a wide river. Some rivers are more narrow and thin. This is not one of those. This is beautiful. Got a little bit of a whitewater rapid section there off in the distance. You can see some white rapids, some breaks. Absolutely incredible. I really like the epicness of this particular section. Look at this. Let me give you a panorama. This is a pretty special section. And I like just kind of the steep drop of the forest into the river. This is beautiful. And look at that as the sun is coming down on the whitewater rapids in the distance. This area is absolutely beautiful. Ooh, I think I'm going to take this little outcropping down below. It is raining. This area is a little slick, but this area doesn't seem like it's gotten drenched like some of the other areas I was just hiking through have. So let's go down to shoreline. And my gosh, the views are going to be, I think, pretty epic down here. Let me pan over. Look at the incredible beauty of Deschutes River. I'm standing here on the shoreline of Deschutes River. I wanted to capture this beautiful sight of the sun peeking through these gray, ominous clouds. On top of that, we also have this bending, winding, corkscrewing, lazy section of the National Wild Scenic Deschutes River. This area is absolutely beautiful. As the rain pours down on us here in Central Oregon Bend area, I'm overlooking the mighty Deschutes River, National Wild Scenic River. And let's take a look as it bends and weaves its way through this incredible volcanic wonderland One of the other noteworthy things I want to point out is across the way, that is actually lava rock, volcanic rock. So we're right up against Newberry Volcanic National Monument lava lands. So you got this river wonderland weaving its way through this volcanic, incredible formation. This area is absolutely spectacular. As we enjoy the incredible beauty of Deschutes River, let's continue to hike along. You stop here and take a look as this river winds through this area. Look at that, right with the sun hitting these whitecaps here on the left. This is beautiful. Oh my gosh, this is a pretty epic area. Stop here and get another vantage point. Very beautiful. It has rained more than it has not today, but right now we happen to be getting some epic sun breaks, which I am appreciating. And look at that, that is beautiful. And we're stopping and enjoying just these absolutely epic corkscrewing sections of this river. It was raining earlier and overcast, but the sun has come out for us just at the right time as we're going through these epic areas. And I'm gonna stop here and oh my gosh, look at that. That is quite beautiful. I am loving this. This is the mighty Deschutes River here in incredible Central Oregon. National Wild Scenic River. Absolutely incredible. Let me come over and appreciate this little outcropping to get a better river view, which is what this hike is all about, frankly. Not the trail, which is beautiful, but this river. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Got a bit of a whitecap whitewater rapid section. And look at that. It's kind of funny, the weather is just so inconsistent right here. Look at that, that is beautiful. Just a couple of minutes ago, it was bright sunny, and let me go up and show you what I'm talking about. Look at that ominous sun trying to break its way through these gray clouds, currently being rained on pretty heavily, but the sun will peek out and say hello intermittently. This area and this experience, absolutely beautiful. And I'm gonna stop over here, take a look at this beautiful river. Look at that, that is beautiful. As we continue to hike along, and currently kind of hiking on this outcropping area, really getting up and close and personal to this river. Look at this. This is epic and outstanding. We're right up on the business. Look at that. That is beautiful. Look at that, that is beautiful. Continue to hike along. Definitely gonna stop here and take a look. Look at this, absolutely incredible. This area is beautiful. So not only are we looking at this incredible National Wild Scenic River, we're also looking at this incredible volcanic wonderland. This area is absolutely spectacular. This is one of the few areas where we're actually going away from the river. And let's take a look there. That's beautiful. And a little bit of sun on mighty Deschutes. We have an interesting tree we're coming up to. Kind of epic. I don't know, I'm a sucker for these little interesting formations. I know they intentionally leave them on the trail as a point of interest. It's not accidental, but I still appreciate them. And it gives you something interesting to look at while you hike. Here's a interesting little creepy hut. I don't know what that is. That's meant to be a structure or just a pile of logs. Looks like there is a hollow center, but it's like a down log teepee of some sort. I don't know what that is, but a hut. Anyway, I will not attempt to enter it. That doesn't seem a wise course of action. I want it to come down on me. And I'm really not interested in going through a spider section. So I will continue along. This is definitely a lazier area of the river. It's kind of interesting, the various life cycles of a river as it rains on me. We had some pretty cool whitewater rapid sections and beautiful cascading sections, and now we're kind of to the more lazy river section, flat, and on a very still day. I'm sure this is like pin drop still. Right now it's raining and windy. It's actually kind of raining, picking up. It's hard to see. And we're coming up to a little placard. I think I will stop. It's always fun to get these informational nuggets. Turn of the century fishtails. Leave it there. You can pause it if you want to read that. I don't mind the rain. In fact, it makes me stronger, more resolute. So I haven't even put my hood up. I'm daring the sky to pour more water on me. As we hike along Deschutes River Trail, I do kind of enjoy the sight of the rain sprinkling on Deschutes River. Kind of beautiful. This is kind of a lazy river section of the trail. Kind of a river with a lot of different life cycles. Went through a whitewater rapid section, a little cascadey waterfall section, and now we're kind of to the Crook lazy river section. If you wanted to intertube, you'd want to be in a section like this. So I continue to hike along the trail. Oh, we got another placard. Upper Deschutes Wild and Scenic River. I leave it there. You can pause it. And let's keep going. Ooh, this is obviously a boat ramp. Very cool. Digging this boat ramp. We got the reigning Deschutes River. Not like a reigning champion, just like actual rain. And let me scroll over. Vantage point from the boat dock. This is a pretty good access point. A lot of boating here, a lot of fishing. It's starting to rain a little harder on us. Still haven't put up my hood because I am a Oregon rain OG. And look at this. This is quite beautiful. The mighty National Wild Scenic River, Deschutes River. This particular area called Aspen. I'll give you one guess why it is called Aspen. Hint, those are aspen trees. So this is the Aspen section. This is the final section before you get to Dillon Falls. You climb up a series of stairs and then you're at the overlook area. This is beautiful. A lot of birds singing in this area. This is a beautiful forest. This is my favorite forest in the state of Oregon. It's just got a cool feel to it. Today we're doing Deschutes River shoreline hiking. Happen to be in a section that's a little away from the river, but lion's share of this hike is right up in the river's business. Dillon Falls here in a couple minutes. Pro tip on Dillon Falls, there's more than just one lookout area there, so don't just go to the first one and think you've seen it and leave. You're gonna see like 3 or 4 or 5 more lookout areas kind of over a canyon as the river winds through a volcanic lava canyon. It's pretty unbelievably gorgeous. So check out all of the viewpoint areas. Be safe, of course, because there's no railings or anything. You have to be careful. I wouldn't get too close to the edge, but that's me. I am safety first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. But that said, there's several really safe vantage points you can stop you know, several feet away from the edge and really get a money shot of the winding river through the volcanic canyon. So I would definitely recommend doing that. One of the things that makes Deschutes River shoreline hiking special is that it happens to be right up against, you can actually see it straight ahead, a volcanic zone. Lava lands, part of Newberry National Volcanic Monument, is straight ahead. So because of that, got a lot of sections of the river that are like right up against huge lava beds and volcanic zones, and it's actually quite extraordinary. Worked out that way. So makes it a little bit of a geological volcanic lava wonderland and a river wonderland for that reason. We're getting some beautiful views of the river right now as we hike. This is pretty epic. Enjoying our close, trusty pal, our best friend, Deschutes River. Absolutely beautiful. So as you hug this river for miles and miles and miles, shoreline hiking, there's several sections where it goes through really steep volcanic rock canyons, and it's quite special and beautiful, pretty rare. Not that common to get such a wild river right up against the volcanic rocks. Typically when you have an eruption and the lava spews forth and changes the ecological footprint of an area, typically the lava will trap a lot of lakes. Typically it'll redirect rivers, but somehow this one happened to, I guess, battle back because it was such a thick river that it was able to maintain or divert its flow and maintain its integrity without just becoming a series of lakes. So kind of special. Get to hike by a river that has got volcanic rock on one side for many miles, and especially in some pretty epic sections, pretty beautiful forest. Some sections are just littered with ponderosa and lodgepole pines, which are quite gorgeous. And now it's probably, I don't know, high 30s, maybe low 40s. Decent amount of wind though, so I'm sure wind chill is probably in the 30s. To me, that's perfect. I feel very comfortable. I'm not sweating. I feel really the perfect weather for hiking as far as I'm concerned. Ooh, look at this. This is pretty epic. That's beautiful. Loving these geological rocks. This is epic. Look at this geological area. This is gorgeous. Love hiking next to these rocks. It's a pretty epic area. Also love that moss. Adds a lot of character. And we're coming up to our steps. We've got a series of steps here that gives us access to the overlook area, which is quite beautiful. The overlook area is Dillon Falls, essentially. It's not one of those that has railings or anything. It's not like it's just one overlook area. It's really more of an outcropping with like good 6 or 8 spots where you can stop and kind of get a different perspective and a money view of Deschutes River. Definitely a destination worthy of the effort. There is also parking at Dillon Falls. If you want to be a cherry picker, just go right to the money spot and not do it as part of a larger hike. Certainly your prerogative. I don't mean to sound that disparagingly. It's a good way to do it. A little bit of a steep climb, but I mean, it's the top. Now I'm hiking overlook section. Here in about 100 feet, I'm going to be in the epic lookout zone. Get incredible views of the river. Look at the incredible beauty of this river canyon. We're here in the Dillon Falls area of Central Oregon. Look at this. This is incredible. It's winding and weaving its way through this volcanic canyon. The other side of the canyon is actually lava lands, Newberry Volcanic National Monument. So we literally have a volcanic lava canyon and a national wild scenic river raging its way through it here in Central Oregon. This area is absolutely spectacular. Truly a river volcanic wonderland. Look at the beautiful Dillon Falls. We're here at Deschutes River here in Central Oregon, and look at this incredible waterfall. This is actually just the start of a full cascading system that goes down and weaves around a beautiful canyon. And look at this. This is gorgeous. We've got a bit of a step waterfall cascading feel. And look at that frothy goodness. This area is absolutely spectacular. As we leave the Dillon Falls lookout area, the first lookout area, there's several. And a bit of a ecologically interesting and diverse section. Starting to rain a little bit. I'm here at a boat launch here at Deschutes River here in Central Oregon. Walk down here. We're here at the stillest of still rivers. Look at this. Practically non-moving water. It looks just like a calm pool. We went through a waterfall section and a whitewater rapid section and several whitecaps, cascading waterfalls, and here we are now at just kind of the lazy section. Just seeing this river so lazy makes me want to take a nap. It's very relaxing. We are here at Deschutes National Forest, Deschutes River Shoreline Trail. It is hailing. The forecast was wrong and or moved up a few hours. But what's a little bit of hail amongst friends? I'm a true Oregonian. I don't mind the river, the rain or the hail. At this point, my concern would be the thunder and lightning that's forecast for later this afternoon. I tried to plan out my hike so that I'd have a couple hour buffer to get back, but alas, it's like we'll see if the thunder and lightning moves up. That's what I'm worried about. I can handle a little hail. This is an accumulation of hail, not snow. So, as the true Oregonian I am, I don't mind rain, I don't mind hail. I just don't want the thunder gods to arrive. When I planned it out today, I knew they were forecasting thunder and lightning later today in the afternoon. I tried to plan it out and budget my time so that I would be well back to my vehicle long before that time period came with a decent buffer, knowing that the weather forecasts are not perfect. But it might have been even a little less perfect than I was thinking, because I still have a few hours until it's supposed to have like a chance of thunderstorms, and we're getting a hailstorm. So I don't mind the hail, even though it's cold. It was below freezing when I started, so this is not a warm situation. But I don't mind the rain. I don't mind the hail. I'm well dressed for it. Got ski clothes on, extreme waterproof, extreme breathability, and 4-way stretch. It's kind of interesting. When I mapped this out, I was not expecting to be hiking in hail. Hail wasn't even forecast. Hail can accompany thunder and lightning sometimes. Actually, it's supposed to be sunny right now. But I guess not, eh? It's supposed to be... I started it when it was below freezing this morning, right after sunrise. Pretty much right at sunrise. It's supposed to be, I don't know, in the 40s or 50s by now. I was expecting bluebird, blue sky in the morning, and then some thunderstorms later in the afternoon, but we're still before noon. Still supposed to be blue sky right now, but I guess I'll call Weather Channel and demand a refund. Just kidding. That's how life rolls. Gotta roll with the punches, be adaptive. It's turning into a different adventure than I was anticipating. As I said, my concern is not the rain or the hail. I don't mind them. In fact, I kind of like them. Kind of interesting. Just don't want the thunder and lightning. If the thunder and lightning weren't looming, then I would be enjoying this a lot more. Try to be as safe as I can possibly be. This is pretty intense hail. At least it's small hail. It's not like, I'm in Oregon, obviously, Deschutes National Forest. From what I hear, I've never seen it, but I think down south they get like golf ball size hail. You hear about crazy hailstorms or like dense cars. Never had that before. I can say it's not something I ever care to experience. I believe them. It's funny because this totally looks like a snow hike at this point. It's the difference between snow and hail. Hail is basically frozen rain, little ice cubes. Hope it doesn't get too slick. Hope I'm not all of a sudden hiking on an ice rink. I've got my Yak Trek Summit in my car. That doesn't help me much. Don't carry him around with me. It's supposed to be a dry hike. No snow on the ground when I started. Let's hope that the little ice balls falling on me do not make a skating rink. Last thing I need to do is be slowed down by poor footing. I'm also not going to start running though. I thought about that, but I want to run across ice. If it has any slipperiness, I need to hike at a sure, steady pace with my Loba boots. Respite for a few seconds underneath a tree. It's a pretty interesting hailstorm, I gotta say. It's pretty snow-like. Honestly, if I saw this, I would assume it was December, January in a snowstorm, but alas, it is a hailstorm. I just fell in my mouth. It's going up, down, left, right, horizontal, underneath my hood. Got an Assassin's Creed hood thing going on, and I guess that's no match for the hail. I gotta say, there's an interesting, beautiful sight. A hailstorm falling on beautiful Deschutes River. Pretty impressive. Let's keep hiking. So I'm Deschutes National Forest, Deschutes River Shoreline Trail. You may think this is a winter hike. That would be incorrect. This is a spring hike. And this is a surprise freak hailstorm. Looks like snow, but it is not snow. All of the white you can see dropped in the last 20 minutes. There's our river. And there's supposed to be thunder and lightning storms later this afternoon. Me thinking I was a fastidious and thoughtful planner, planned to be back to the car hours before the thunder and lightning were supposed to hit, but alas, I guess you can't plan for everything. And all of a sudden, we're still hours away from when the thunder and lightning were supposed to hit, but now we're getting a freak, surprise, unforecasted, pretty wicked hailstorm. So I can handle the hail. I don't care about the hail. I can handle rain. I just don't want it to be a harbinger for the thunder and lightning to move up. Hail actually kind of presents a couple interesting challenges that I was not anticipating because this was not forecast or expected. The hail is basically ice. So as it falls on the ground and starts to melt, becoming icier, I've already noticed a little bit of slippage. So I thought about speeding up my trip back to the car, but I don't want to try to run through ice in boots. That would be a poor decision. I would compound the scenario by getting injured. So Just going to walk briskly in my Lova boots and enjoy the hailstorm. As I said, I don't mind the hail. It's actually kind of interesting and fun. I don't mind the rain that was happening before the hail. I'm in ski clothing, waterproof and breathable and stretch. So I'm super comfortable. I'm super dry. My only concern really at this point is the thunder and lightning that could accompany this. I'd rather not be in the forest when the thunder and lightning storm hits, and that would suck if it came a few hours early, despite my planning. But that's life. Right now it's supposed to be blue sky. It was literally blue sky a little while ago. Got to enjoy a freak hailstorm. Changing the scenario. All you can really do is adapt. Lava rocks on the other side of the river. That's lava land. Newberry National Volcanic Monument. And it's pretty beautiful. I'll stop here and look at that. It's gorgeous. Look at the beautiful Deschutes River hiking shoreline in spring. This is not snow. This is not supposed to be happening, but the weather is not cooperating with the forecast. Darn it. This is a freak hailstorm. Came out of nowhere. This was all normal dirt and pine needles and summer style conditions. And all of a sudden, it started hailing. I was like, oh shoot. Before I knew it, the ground filled up with this white snow-like stuff, although it is technically hail. It's not snow. Snow would actually be better, I feel like, because this is just ice. But it's getting kind of slippery. Just on thunder and lightning watch. And give you a little bit of river eye candy. Certainly not going to get close to it with a sheet of ice on the ground. That would be foolhardy. Last thing I want to do is slip and fall in the river. That would be catastrophic. Oh, this is quite beautiful. Look at that. That's beautiful. I'm going to stop here for a second and admire the beauty. It's pretty gorgeous. We're here at Deschutes National Forest, Deschutes River, and look at this hailstorm on the river. I'm going to keep hiking because got to get back to the trailhead. It was sunny, it was blue sky, gorgeous, and all of a sudden it started raining, and a couple minutes later it started hailing. Now it looks like I'm walking through a winter wonderland. We're here in the Benham Falls area of Central Oregon, and look at how incredibly gorgeous this is. As we follow it downstream, oh my gosh, I'm loving the frothiness and just how absolutely gorgeous this is. Look at this incredible river bending and winding and weaving its way through the incredible volcanic rocky canyon. One of the cool things about this area is we're right on the outskirts of Newberry National Volcanic Monument. So there's a lot of lava rock and a lot of pretty epic rock formations and geological formations in this area. Kind of amps up the beauty to a whole nother level of this incredible wild river. This area is absolutely spectacular. Look at the beauty of Deschutes River. We're here in the Benham Falls area of Central Oregon, and look at how beautiful this is. This is a national wild scenic river as it bends and winds and weaves its way through this incredible rocky volcanic canyon. This area is absolutely spectacular. just had a freak hailstorm. Covered a lot of the trail with snow and ice, snowy ice. Not really snow, but snow-looking ice. This section over here is insulated from it, but back at the falls, it was a slippery wonderland of icy sleet on the ground. I'm heading back to my automobile. Thunder and lightning is forecast the next couple hours. When you have a freak surprise hailstorm, I always view hail as a harbinger for imminent thunder and lightning. So I am getting the heck out of here. I was pretty much done anyway. I would have lingered a little longer.